Oh my goodness. Ladies. Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Yeah, women will really go through like a lot of stuff, and men don't really know it. You don't really know it. It's hard for women to actually self-contain herself when she's on a period. She's always jittery. She's always thinking that she had spoiled herself, because you judge us in a very wrong way. If you see me spoiling myself,
we have to include what you're talking about in the show.
Okay.
We have to include this in the show. Okay. So can we go in now?
It's fine.
Okay, I thought maybe you might need to grab a glass of water, but it seems like you are fine. So, okay.
Yep.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back again on this topic of menstruation and women's cycles. Oh my goodness, I can't believe I'm actually saying this out, but she forced me into this, and here we are.
You have to say it.
Okay, I will. I'll keep on saying it until it sinks in. All right, so
good.
There are sensitive stuff when it comes to this. I'm sure there are a lot of men out there who are not really aware of what women do go through. I wasn't really aware of such things up until, you started telling me about this whole organization, and I was like, oh my goodness. And there we have men who are, who are taking young children and making them their wives, such a taboo in our community. It's really 11-year-old baby girl. She still needs fatherhood, and you're making them your wife. So just please tell us a little bit more about these challenging that these women, just for enlightenment for the other gender, which is us.
The challenges that women are facing. So ever since I started my organization, I've been reading articles. In some countries, ladies, because they do not have the capacity to purchase sanitary pads, that they can be slept on with a huge man, just for that man to buy them a packet of sanitary pad that doesn't cost more than $1. A packet of sanitary pad that doesn't cost even $2. Someone can sleep with a minor for that. So you can imagine the unspoken voices that are being hidden for such things, because she can't speak it out. She needs that service. And imagine yourself walking around in the street. You have a skirt spoiled out all the back. You have your trousers fold out all the back. How will the society judge you? And it's not all about men who judges us. Even some of the women, they're not that yet civilized to just go and do your jacket, go and wrap that girl around, take her into a shop where you can just buy her a packet of sanitary pad, and you teach her how to wear it. Some people don't even know how to wear a sanitary pad. I remember a girl who was telling me, because I had this challenge of saying, can you tell us what was your first experience when you got your first menstruation? And this girl was saying that in the first days she didn't know which side to put up on a sanitary pad. So the other day, she said that her dad took her out and she was wearing it upside down. So there is no that sucking of blood on the pad. Rather, it's flowing on top of the plastic. So she spoiled her white jeans, and her dad got mad, and he took her home, and he shouted at her mom. So it's our parents' responsibility us as organizations' responsibility. Even brothers can actually teach their sisters. You know, it's not always a mother's responsibility, but if you are available for your sister, just sit down. You know what? It's not something, that tabooness that we're giving to this topic is the one that is leading to us having so many problems. And to these people, and to these people in Marange that are actually taking advantage of the minors. This one is actually a different topic from my agenda, but they are taking happiness from that kid. They are taking future from that kid. They are taking opportunities from that kid. And I heard this other man that was saying that these are my workers to actually crush some chameleons in the field. Then I was like, really? How can you use women as a workforce?
Exactly.
So you are marrying them at younger age, taking advantage of their privileges. Some people have got greater, brighter futures. Some people, they're very intelligent, that they can actually be our future leaders, that they can be our next pilots, that they can be our next engineers that can change the way we actually live right now. So it's a very bad system. I wasn't happy when I heard of the story of the girl. Imagine at that age, will she have strong bonds to sustain the baby? Will she have strong bonds to sustain the birth of that baby? Even at my age, I'm even traumatized seeing someone carrying a pregnant. How of 11 years old girl? That's
crazy.
Really sad.
It's really,
so
really,
we are living
really crazy.
We are living in a society where people don't care much about the emotions, the feelings, the future, what other people actually carries and withhold for their goals and visions. They just care of their own satisfaction and they live. So we should just be aware of that. And I think the only solution to this is to just empower women so that they know who they are, the power that they hold within themselves that can make them not to depend on anyone. Yes, because when someone is not empowered, that's when she goes there. Rich man, can I sleep with you so that you buy me a packet of sanitary pads? That's disgusting. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, Tariro Mango right with us on this conversation, discussing issues that women do go through as we are wrapping up this month of, we call it Women's Month. As we are wrapping up the month of August, the Women's Month, I felt it was really compelling for us to really get to, get more information on these issues that we do have, and we're facing them each and every day in our communities. So there is Tariro Mango, who came up with this phenomenal idea to actually help out our women out there, so that it minimizes what do you call this? It minimizes, what's this English word I'm looking for? Please help me. You're here with me, right?
It minimizes more of girls being taken advantage of.
Exactly.
It minimizes so many, like the tabooness that is being portrayed by our society. Our society, when you speak of sex, when you speak of period, when you speak of anything that relates to women's body, is called a taboo. But those things, they need to be spoken of.
Thank you so much, Tariro, for unpacking your vision about Hair Confidence Organization. This is really thriving, and it's really doing well in the society around Zimbabwe and beyond, because it got to me. And beyond, because it got to me. So I'm a little bit concerned now, because you are still very young. You're a 25-year-old young lady, and look at you. You have studied IT, and you're currently a software assurance tester at the company you said you don't want us to disclose, and I'm fine with that. And you've been into a lot of things, things like graphics, web design, and etc. Like I mentioned earlier, and it requires a lot of work, to start an organization like this one and to keep it running after all. So at what point at what point does your skill meet up with the organization? Where do these two really merge?
Looking at it, these are two different things, like two parallel things. Yes, they are parallel. And I actually thank the Graciela Initiative for taking us through a session of trainings, because I didn't know where to start at. I didn't know what social work. I didn't know how to deal with the society. And some of the things, I didn't know that when you get in a community, you go and see the village head, and then you ask for the women who are doing the same thing, and they mobilize people and stuff. I thought maybe I was going to do that myself. But because through some lessons and some teaching that we got from Yali, we actually get to learn quite a lot of things. Yes, there's some bit of quality assurance when it comes to the sanitary pad, the usable sanitary pad. I had a lot of questions, which I still have got, because I also worry about the same person who is going to wear that sanitary pad. Is it going to be healthy? Is it going to not to cause any lifelong problems? So I'm still studying, and I'm still linking up with a lot of people who are into this same thing. So it tallies here and there, but it's not really permanent, because social work is dealing with people. Software quality assurance is more like imitating the users of softwares. You get it? So this is the software industry. We'll be just imitating and dealing with something that doesn't speak. It's just there. But now we deal with people with emotions. So they are totally two different sectors. But I'm glad I got the training before I even started.
I remember a couple of years ago. Oh, yes.
Wait. Go on. I actually, there's one skill that I got that actually helped me, the graphics designing. I learned Canva when I was on attachments, and that's the one that I still use even for my designs. I do design some common profiles for people using it, and it's the one that I actually use. I do almost all my designs. You actually did my logo, because I don't trust my logo designs. I want it to be perfect from a professional like you. So those designs, I do it for myself. When I have a live session with someone, I just design for myself, and I do not have any cost. So they link there, and I'm also going to do my websites on my own.
Good stuff. A lot of you're packed with skill, which is fascinating, because most of our young people, we are so dependent on what gadgets can do for us more than what we can do for ourselves. Interesting. Interesting.
Yeah.
But okay, just because of time, let me rush through just a couple of questions, a couple of more, if not 3 questions that I still have for you. Like looking at you have so much that you're into, and you want to do a little bit of this, you want to do a little bit of that, which is really good, right? Because it keeps you busy, it keeps you up and running, and even if the progress might not be what should I say, like huge, but you take it one step at a time. That inch you have moved in a day, it actually helps you a lot. So how do you handle work pressure, confidence pressure? You also have hobbies aside. You've got responsibility, especially when you get home. When you get home, people need to eat, and you need to cook. You're still a young lady. You're not yet married, and they're like, we're hungry, you know. How do you balance all that?
Okay, I'm very grateful. The first thing is I do stay alone, my own place. So it's number one advantage. I do things at my own pace. Maybe sometimes I do have my siblings. If I have things that are really on a tight schedule, I'll just let my sister do the work. As well, I also do work from home. Right. Sorry for that delay. I do work from home. So working from home gives you a little bit of leverage to do things at your own pace. And if I have some certain time that I'm focusing on my work, I'll just focus. I finish my tasks for the day. And when I get free, I'll just focus on other things if I have work pending. But truth is, running an organization, especially in the early days, it's a lot of work. It's tiresome. Looking for doctors to present, looking for places to host a workshop, looking for ideas to keep the organization being active, being known outside there. It's quite a lot of work. Looking for funders, applying, all those things. It's a lot of things to just juggle on oneself. Yes, I looked for volunteers. And, you know, being a volunteer, someone whom you're not paying, they do not really perform with their full capacity as someone who is being paid. Because probably some of them, they do have school. Usually people who volunteer, they are from universities, and some of people, they do work. So probably the time that you need them, they're actually at school, they're studying, they've got examinations. The time that you need them, they're actually at work, focusing on things that are important. So you just end up doing some of the things on your own, which actually molded me, and it gave me a lot of strength. And in the early days, I actually taught myself to scheduleize things. I had to wake up jotting down things. Today I have to do this. If I finish my work, I'll have to do this. This is a high priority task, and I'll have to complete that task. That's how I get things out of my way. So that's basically how I manage my life. On the social life, I'll just tell myself, you know what, if this weekend we are not having any session, or if we're not hosting any workshop, I'll just be chilling with my sisters, or if I'm to go out with my friends, that's it.
So scheduling and planning out your stuff really helps you out a lot. This is advice that can appeal to somebody who does not think they've got time in their hands, you know, because I've noticed you've got a lot of people who say, I don't have time, but you know what?
That's a lie.
We all have 24 hours in a day, and there's so much you can still do.
You can make a difference. You know, the time that I usually sleep I used to sleep in the early days. I used to actually sleep at 9 o'clock sharp, and I wake up at 5 o'clock sharp. And that's a lot of hours to sleep. And I'll be well rested, and I wake up very energized.
Great. Tariro Mango right here with us on the Resonance Podcast. Please follow her on social media, her confidence, right?
On Facebook it's at Her Confidence 263. On Instagram it's at Her Confidence _21. Those are the two social medias that we have. We'll actually share the link of the website once it's up. Okay,
perfect. Do follow her for advice and other things appealing to all things women, especially period poverty, girls, menstrual hygiene, and stuff like that. She's available to help you out when you need some help. So Right. Let's get back to the personal you. Right. Personal you. Like we talked about in the previous question, you're still a young lady, you're aspiring great things. What are some of the things that you aspire on achieving just before maybe marriage, and other, new journeys that might come along because life happens?
It's a lot.
Interesting.
It's a
considering nowadays there's a lot of relationship drama that's happening in the world. It's so interesting.
That's very true. That's very true. Personally, I grew up a very ambitious young lady. To be honest with you, I never liked living in the rurals. My mom used to know that every time that our relatives from town came, was like complaining and saying a lot of things that they just give me a chance so that I go to Harare. So my dream was just to say, you know what, every time that I just get out of this house, every time that time that I'll just complete my education, I just need to rent, even if it is a small room that can fit a single bed. I need my own space. I just need my own space. And for now, I haven't achieved that goal. I have achieved, now I rent my small apartment space, but the main goal is to just have my own place that says Tariro Mango owns the title deeds of this place. That's what I want. Yes, I really want to do that. I used to aspire to be a doctor, to study up until to a PhD level. But this IT field, studying it's quite challenging. It's quite challenging from my side. It comes here and there. From some point, I just think of it, you know what, you need to study. Then I'll be like, that money, I can actually use it, and then I just do some of the things and stuff which are very important, like even funding for my organization. And I can just focus on doing my certificates, and then I scale up the ladder, because in IT, what's most important, it's about certificates, not about the education itself. It's not bad to actually go the master's, PhD, whatever the stages that you might want to take outside the point me right. Some people, they actually take pride in that. I have a friend whom we actually graduated with 2018. He is actually almost doing the PhD, which is good. If you've got the money, the capacity to do that, then go for it. Yeah. So as well, I actually need to just have a stable passive income that I just look at, and I'll just say, my business is just running. Because marriage is something that comes with its own problems. It doesn't come with benefits. It comes with its own problems. So if you just have a small business that is running, that that every week there is coming my $50 from it, while I'm just relaxed at home, I have my workers there and stuff, removing all expenses, every week I'm getting my $50. That's totally enough for a survival. In marriages, you have kids, you have got relatives, people will get sick, people will die, you might even give birth to a crippled kid. There's a lot of possibilities in a marriage. It's not just a smooth flow. So I just want to have a stable place to stay, as well a stable business. But things don't usually go the way we plan. That's the nature of life. Yes, I might even meet the Mr. Right now, and I'm not even yet there. But if he's someone who is understanding, I can still achieve my goals.
Yes. Interesting stuff. You mentioned some things about what is that, by the way? You mentioned some things about expectations or things that you might encounter when you get into marriage. Things like giving birth to, having problems with kids, and I've witnessed quite a number of not quite a number, but just one or two people who, they have faced those problems and they had not taken that into consideration before taking that step, and when they get there, it's hectic. But there you are opening up the light to all those who are aspiring to get into that as well, just for them to, look up ahead and expect anything to come. Yeah. This is interesting. So the confidence, man, it just blew me away. So, like, just one last question. Like, is it like, is it open for anyone who would like to come and help out, or it's just a one lady band?
I'm very open with all my hands. You are welcome. With all my hands, you are welcome. I will leave the numbers to you, Richmond. My number is 0779 948 691. I shall repeat, 0779 948 691. If you're someone who just want to reach out for help, just reach me out on WhatsApp on that number, or you just call me, or reach out on our Instagram, which is hairconfidence_21, or our Facebook at hairconfidence263. We'll definitely respond to you. If you really want to reach out to us and give us help, you've got the links. You want to donate sanitary pads, we have got links to so many homes, so many organizations that do the distributions. And as well, we have got kids that are under us that are being paid school fees by other organizations. So at time to time, they even ask, Tari, we do not have shoes, Tari, because those organizations, they actually do the fees only. So I actually go outside there, I post on my status, and people buy them shoes, buy them bags, buy them uniforms and stuff. So going around donating, we actually find out those kids. These are the kid we found at Tariro House of Hope in Airport. She had a short crutch, so she couldn't walk properly because the crutch was now short and she was getting taller. So someone donated it, fortunately, to that. So it's those things that we go through and we figure out those kids and we bring them to you guys so that you can actually help, because it's out of our capacity.
This is deep. Thank you so much, Tariro, for agreeing to be a part of this. I'm really excited about the organization and encouraging everyone to please, out of your busy schedule or out of your busy financial plan, it doesn't really take much. You can make a difference into someone's life just by the small amount that you decide to part with, and it's not really about the name Tariro going out there. It's also on your own account. Like, there's peace inside of you when you actually decide to do that. So thank you so much, Tariro. Any last words that you want to say out to the people? Because I talk too much, I know.
Thank you so much, Richmond, for this opportunity. And my words out there to people is they should know that leaders bleed. That's period. So you should not take any woman for granted, and you should know that every woman goes through the most during their monthly cycle. Imagine trying to hide yourself, trying to look at yourself back, you're trying to check if you had spoiled. It's all because of the stigma that we have caused on women while they're menstruating, the tabooness that we have used. We say in Shona, we say akashiba because she is menstruating. That's what our elders grew up saying. So it's not as that. It's normal when you see a woman bleeding. It shows that she's alive and she's human. Just treat us as we are.
Thank you so much. I don't even like bleeding myself, but thank you so much, Tariro, for all this. You've made this conversation so informative and so appealing to everybody that anybody from anywhere can actually take a listen and learn a lot from what we just discussed right now. And if you'd love to reach out to us for any more information, you can just send a voice note on the website. It's supposed to show wherever you're going to be listening from. You can send us a voice note, or you can reach out to me on any of my social media platforms. That's Richmond Dion on Facebook, Richmond Dion on anywhere else besides TikTok.